State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Bush. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
The carry here for the big tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. McNair gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
7-yard line.
Let's go now. Touchdown. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. 4 down. 4 down. Go. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
3 buzz. 3 buzz. Joker. 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 22. Jet. Bomber. 22. Jet. Bomber. That's it. Let's go. Get set.
Young will set to throw. Dancing to his left. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's just me and you. 49. 81. Check 49.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Check 20.
Now on 2nd and 13. Young looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Come on, set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Shift. Let's go. 5 on. Check 56. Go. Off. Go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Where'd he go?
They go play action. Young. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
At the 33-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. Throw
left side complete. That's Lamb. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. He may try and run for this. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On first down, it's McNair. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Check it back, check it back.
A toss out to Barkley. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, McNair throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, McNair. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Mark set You bet.
Out of the gun, it's McNair. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown from 19 yards away, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone, as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Let's go, defense. Okay. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
His first touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Check 15. Check 15.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Even. 4 down. Even. Mike check 33. 33.
McNair to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's McNair. Flush to his right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now McNair. He'll hit Jackson, complete.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. To throw, McNair. He'll buy some time right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Turn it up. Kill. Yahoo! Mike 29. I'm here.
Young working out of the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Now, that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Young. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Let's bring it. Switch. Sponge. Yo. Orbit. Kill. Set, go.
The play fake. Now Young. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete in the end zone. It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Bang.
It's Young off play action. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now on 2nd and 13, Young. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Shift. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got it.
Young on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Returning it is Moore. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
You ain't going nowhere.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
At the 43-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They'll try the left side. Moore. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hold on. Oh, you got deep?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And look at this, it's a fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. It's great. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Check 37, check 37.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Hey, here we go. Out, 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 out. Check, okay?
Now Williams. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Check 4, check 4. You go tight. You got tight.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, McNair. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check 52's the mark. Check 52's the mark. Where's the second?
On 3rd and 2, McNair nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
That's it. Right 56. 56. 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
56, right there, 56. You must be getting tired of seeing me showing up.
He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
2nd and 5 now. Young, they'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Young now from the 50. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Check 31, check 31.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, McNair. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They run it again with Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Young. It's Williams on the catch. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Rotate, 56. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Check safety, check safety.
To throw, Young. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Yeah, motion. Come on.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, McNair. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Now back onto the field comes the Cardinal offense, and they're going to try for 2. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gonzalez. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cards, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year, and they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.